Yo, what is going on, everyone? It's GentooMan here, also known as Rainy, and today's story time is just kind of a funny and ridiculous one, so I thought I would tell it really quick, so I'm gonna hop right into it. So you know how in high school we all have those couples that that are just all over each other all the time? They're like a ton of PDA, always all over each other, always making out and shit in the back of the class. You know how we all have couples like that in high school? This story is about one of those couples. This is a good couple years ago, one of my first years of high school. And there was this couple who would do exactly that. I was in a lot of classes with them, and they were just always all over each other consistently. They'd hardly even do schoolwork. They'd be I don't know, they'd be just always all over each other, fucking kissing and making out and shit in the back of class, all the time, right? It got pretty old because it was all they did all the time. But this one day, we didn't hear the usual making out sounds that we usually did, which I mean was good, but we did just hear them occasionally laughing and shushing each other and stuff. And that went on for quite a while. I think I was in my math class at the time. And it was only our substitute teacher, our student teacher, it wasn't substitute, it was a student teacher who was in that day. Our regular teacher wasn't there. So it was just our student teacher. And after a while, the guy of the couple, he asked, can I go get some water? Go out to the water fountain and stuff. And the student teacher was like, yeah, okay, go ahead, but hurry back. And so he left. He went out to get his water. And we were all pretty certain he had no intention of hurrying back. And probably about 5-10 minutes later, the girl of the couple asked, hey, can I go to the bathroom? And the student teacher was like, yeah, okay, sure, go for it. I mean, I don't know why he let that happen, but apparently he did. And so about 5 minutes go by after that, and the student teacher's wondering where the guy went. And he said, does anybody, know where he could have gone or anything like that? He's taking forever to get water. And everyone's like, no, I have no idea. I don't know where he'd be. And so, I don't know why he chose to do this, but the student teacher was like, okay, if you guys could all just, sit here and keep doing your work, I'm going to go see if I can find him. So the student teacher leaves the room, and I'm just sitting there, trying to do my work as I usually did. I didn't usually, talk to people that much. I'd usually just, do my work and then, go on my phone, watch movies and shows and shit. But yeah, I was just sitting there, and as most people were, and a couple minutes go by until someone seated next to the window yells across the entire class, "No way, they're fucking." And we're kind of what? What are you talking about? So a bunch of people, myself included, flock over to the window to see what he's talking about. And this couple is outside in the school parking lot, just bent over the dude's car, just going at it. They literally snuck away from class to go do that in the parking lot. Not even in the car either, just on the car. And I wish I could say it ends there, but it actually gets even more ridiculous. So as they're doing their thing down there, one of the dude's friends walks past them, and they are not fazed at all. Literally mid doing things, this dude daps up his friend, and he obviously we can't hear him, but he says something to his friend. And I shit you not, this actually happened. The friend gets the keys from the guy, gets in the car, and turns it on and just kind of sits in the driver's seat. And he pops the trunk open. The girl, climbs in the trunk and, kind of sticks her ass out of the trunk. And they move the car ever so slightly. I think they just put it in drive so it'll just move ever so slightly. And the dude just followed the car. Hitting his girl from behind in this car that's just moving through the school parking lot. Who comes up with this? We're all kind of just killing ourselves laughing from this window in my math class. And of course, as we're all standing by the window, the student teacher comes back in. He's like, what's going on? What are you guys looking at? And he comes to the window, and he sees exactly what we're looking at. Obviously, he's not very happy about this, and he turns to us everyone sit down right now, keep doing your work, sit down, just sit down right now. And he feels like he has no idea what to say, but we all sit down. He storms out of the classroom, And of course, once he leaves the classroom again, we all stand up and look out the window, and we see that he goes out there and he chews out all three of them and brings them to the principal's office, I assume, because they were all like suspended for like 2 weeks after that. And it was just, I was not expecting anything like this to go on this day, so it was really funny. Anyways, guys, that's just a bit of a short one. I hope you enjoyed it. It was just a little funny story. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. Leave a like if you did, and subscribe if you're new. You all know the drill at this point. And I do just want to mention again, I did say in my last video, but coming out on April 5th, I have the first episode of an audio drama I'm working on. I'm very excited about it, so if you guys want to check it out, that would really mean a lot to me. Hey guys, that's going to do it for this video. Like I said, I hope you enjoyed it. I love you all. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you all in the next one. Later.